era. Like what Fernando is doing in preseason, it matters. Like he's in that phase of his career. CJ passed that. He had a great rookie season. We've talked about that. Every time he steps on the field against competition in real live games, that's what's going to be notable. And the thing for CJ this year is his performance is going to be more notable than anybody that he plays against. Don't matter, we talking about top 5 quarter. He's going to face Josh Allen week 1. We are going to talk about C.J. Stroud's performance. Josh may make crazy plays and do phenomenal things, but if C.J. play well, we're going to say, okay, step in the right direction. Yep. This is what we're looking to see from him as we go forward. Under the most pressure. So, yeah, I don't – like C.J. could have threw 17 touchdowns last night for 397 yards, and it don't matter. It's going to be week 1 against the Bills.
Kevin, how did you see it?
I was impressed with Fernando Mendoza. Despite the stat line, despite the pick six, I think we misunderstand rookie mistakes. I want to tell you a story. In Patrick Mahomes' second ever preseason game, he threw a bad interception, a really bad interception. And he tells the story that 3 years later, same route, same receiver, Sammy Watkins, he learned from that preseason interception to throw a touchdown in the freaking Super Bowl, okay? That is the kind of mile markers you're going for here where you're saying, hey, I'm trying to clock this. When I used to go to Chiefs training camp practices, it was always, Mahomes threw 3 picks. Why? Because he was trying to figure out the speed of the game, test his limits. Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, he would always have these narratives, 5 training camp interceptions. I talked to Mike McCarthy, he'd say, he's trying to figure out if he can trust his receiver in the back of the end zone. That's all that is. And so I think a lot of times we look at this, Jalen Hurts is going through right now with all these joint practice training camp interceptions. A lot of times those interceptions are just speed bumps. Yeah. They're just mile markers for the learning experience. So I liked the fact he was making NFL throws, trying NFL throws. If you want to run a bunch of bootlegs and hit the open tight end like Ty Simpson, go ahead. They could have made him look 9. They could have had him be 9 of 10 yesterday for 110 yards and say, look at those stats. They didn't want to do that. They wanted tight window throws.
Make real game throws. Yep.
Well, I mean, I think Clint Kubiak made those comments after the game because he was saying, listen, there's a pick 6 for my young quarterback. I don't want him to feel like this is going to become an issue or I'm overemphasizing that mistake. I think it was bigger for C.J. Stroud, and I'll tell you why. Fernando Mendoza has an entire organization behind him. He's got Tom Brady behind him. He's got ownership behind him. He's got a new coach. He's got a bunch of players who are saying, what do we have to do to get you out there on the field to be the one, to be the quarterback of the future, to be our franchise guy? Even Kirk Cousins is there to be a part of that process. C.J. Stroud is trying to prove that he can be the long-term solution for a team that has lost 3 games in the divisional round. And the last time we saw C.J. Stroud, he threw 4 interceptions. And after that game, he didn't say, I let my team down, I let ownership down. He said, I let people down. This is the guy who has to build himself up one way or the other. And the most positive C.J. Stroud I've seen in a long time was the guy last night after that game who said, we got out there, we got some good work, and he seemed like he was taking a step in the right direction. Fernando Mendoza, we might be talking about this through week 8, week 9, week 10, whether or not he's going to play. By week 2 with C.J. Stroud, we might be having a conversation of, is this the guy of the future? Is this a guy who can lead the Houston Texans with that Super Bowl defense? More pressure on C.J. Stroud. He needed something good to happen for him last night.
You know my favorite play from Stroud? No one will remember this. Not anybody that watched the game will remember this play. He was rolling out to the right. He had a receiver crossing kind of in front of him towards the sideline, and he threw it into the dirt. My favorite play. You know why? Because when you go back to that playoff game against the Pats, 3 of his 4 interceptions were his fault. One of them was tipped over the middle. Those 3 all came on first downs. And all came on throws that he forced. Whether it was pressure on him on one, he's trying to throw a late throw as he's getting tackled. Dirt the ball. Get rid of it. Move on. Don't make a bad play worse. I think he felt the pressure last year with how good the defense was that he had to be the guy in the moment. Watching Caleb Williams do it, watching some of these young quarterbacks be the hero in big moments. I think he felt like he had to do that when really he just needs to manage the game. If he doesn't lose them games, this defense is good enough, and with what they've added in the run game, they're good enough to get to a championship if he is just good, not great.
I think a lot of it, too, man, just boils down to the makeup of the person. Like, this is what, for me, that's what it's about for C.J. Stroud. Like, because one thing is the confidence that he can carry forward is that he's played at a high level in this league. He's had those moments where you look at him and say, that's a franchise quarterback that's going to get $250 million, right? Those moments have happened for C.J. Stroud. You look at Houston and where they were before C.J. Stroud showed up. If we go back, because, Kev, you love talking about the history of certain guys. If we go back, it wasn't until late in the playoffs where people realized C.J. Stroud had a lot of things that we were questioning. Athleticism to move out of the pocket, went toe-to-toe at the quarterback position, played at a very high level. He was not the reason we felt like Ohio State lost the football game that they played in. So, again, he came in with these expectations by now to be a franchise quarterback based on the things that he did late in his college career. The other thing is this, too. Like, and I know this. From a defensive standpoint, to your point, Jay, with the pressure, right? You looking at guys like Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, and every time the TV comes on, we talking about a historical defense, and they devastating, and they all of that. How much of you internally want to assert yourself in that conversation?
Sure,
right?
I can win the game.
Exactly, like thinking but I still can score 30. I still can throw for 4 touchdowns and 350 yards because I've done it before. And to your point, Jay, like he's going to have to curtail that and understand that, yeah, there may be times where that's a necessity. But there may be times, to your point, where I got to throw it in the dirt and just allow myself.
And I throw for 185 yards and 1 touchdown.
And allow myself and not worry about, because if C.J. Stroud would have did what you said against the New England Patriots and they win, he'd have $285 million right now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, like he has to make sure, my point is he has to make sure he doesn't go into this season competing with elements around him, right? Just play the game. Play it like freely, understand what you're doing, and move forward. If it's 185 and 1 touchdown and we rush for 200, great. Because that's still going to get you $300 million as a quarterback. He has to understand that and take that pressure off himself because there's going to be enough coming from us.
He's got a prime opportunity to do that starting week 1 with the Buffalo Bills. All right, time now for a quick take. Check out Baylor School's David Gabriel Georges, a 5-star recruit, flipping over a defender. Somehow he stays on his feet during this. Kevin, I know you're very high on this young running back. Your reaction to this play?
Well, reports from the last couple of months, Courtney, are that this is going to be the highest paid running back in the history of college football. He's going to University of Tennessee, and looking at this contact balance, Swagoo, well worth every single penny.
You know what's crazy last night when I was watching him? I don't know why I was randomly watching this, but I was. I think because Manning's son, quarterback.
Marshall.
I look at the running back jump out. It reminds me of Leonard Fournette. High school.
Good
That's
comparison.
A big physical running back, enough home run speed.
He got his legs taken out, did a one-hand handstand, and popped back up.
Yeah, man. And he had multiple of these.
Yes, he did.
It wasn't just.
Yes.
I think he can do this, though, not to this degree, but in the SEC. When you look at this, maybe not in the NFL, but he's going to be able to do this against the SEC defense.
I'm telling you right now, the way I always look at the build of a running back.
Yeah, he's built.
He's got it. He got the physical makeup to be a dominant back.
What are we doing?
I always look at the speed. Like for big guys, and that's what Fournette was doing. At St. Augustine High School in New Orleans, he get in the open, it's over. And that's a locomotive.
He took official visits to Ohio State and Ole Miss, and he's the type of guy where for 3 years, Ole Miss fans and Ohio State fans are going to be saying, we should have paid the bag. We should have paid the bag.
They can still pay.
Why he ain't go visit LSU, Kev?
Not yet.
Shoot, he can get to
That's on you. That's on you. Get your
You
money
better
up,
believe he's
Swagoo.
getting a few more phone calls after this.
that
another
thing
deal's
starts
coming.
circulating. Lane Kiffin's going to be in on him.
Come on.
All right, straight ahead.